like all you EBT holders, if you want to go in and take that you think is...
Oh, baby, I got time for you today. I pulled up some data from Social Explorer, if anyone else wants to go see it. Red states have a high number of SNAP recipients. Analysis shows that many counties with disproportionately high SNAP usage voted for Donald Trump in the 2020 election. 4 out of every 5 counties that have seen an increase in SNAP benefits since 2010 all voted for Donald Trump. So,
shout out to Ilbo Peep on TikTok for checking MAGA loyalist right-wing Nilla.
This is truly unbelievable. Multiple different Trump supporters dressed up as black people for Halloween and mocked them for being on EBT. This is one of the most painful symbols in all of U.S. history, and unfortunately it's become normalized in Donald Trump's America. Multiple different accounts participated thinking this is a funny joke, and as you can tell, it's got millions of views. This person is even followed by Charlie Kirk's account. How surprising. Here's the last one. Again, over 2 million views. She says yo yo in a terrible word. In 5 hours, EBT ends, thinking she's funny or something. What they're doing, of course, is known as B-face. I can't say the word on here, but of course it has a long and terrible history. It was used in shows to demonize black people, to depict them as lazy, ignorant, or greedy. Those caricatures, of course, helped justify segregation, discrimination, and the denial of basic human rights. When somebody today revives that imagery for laughs, they are not being funny. They're echoing the language of hate that was used to keep people oppressed for generations. But that wasn't enough for the MAGA crowd. They also had to pair it with hatred towards EBT. Mocking poverty, mocking hunger, and mocking the people that are struggling to survive in an economy that's already stacked against them. I promise there's nothing funny about mocking oppression or mocking people for needing help to eat.
And yet this is how the right operates in broad daylight.
That mom that used her EBT to spend $27 worth on cupcakes so her son can take them to his ABA therapy session for his birthday. This is why I don't feel bad about EBT being cut off in the month of November. You don't spend it right, okay? $27 worth of cupcakes, I'm gonna argue you can buy flour, brown sugar, eggs, and butter to make that all at home for significantly less than $27.
Hey y'all, we got the cupcake police over here. His username is seen on this video if you'd like to remind him of a message like this.
But a mom spent $27 on EBT for cupcakes so her son could bring them. I don't give a f***. I don't care. I don't care. Spend $100 on cupcakes. I don't give a f***. My tax dollars are being sent for bombs. Do you think I care about cupcakes? Oh, people on EBT get steak and lobster. God forbid they enjoy themselves. God forbid a human eats. F*** you. Who are you people? Why are you so mad? Billionaires are f*** you. And you're mad about cupcakes?
Shout out to Hunter. Love his content as well. This is exactly how I felt while putting together the responses.
Every year I try to give food and I give toys to organizations to help. But I'm going to tell you, I gotta pay for my own family, and it sucks. But you guys have gotten very comfortable living off of the government. And the very thought that you might not get your cards in November has got you guys screaming all over the internet. Meanwhile, you had no problem spending $1,000 food hauls at Costco and showing all the internet, all the food you get, and dancing and laughing, and even some women like very sarcastically being like, oh, you mad?
Lock in, fuck. We about to fact check this first. If you me, check out that podcast. Let's get it. What the hell is she talking about? First of all, you are online way too much, and I know you know nothing about food stamps because if you did, you would not make that video. And why are you mad at people using food stamps to buy food? Isn't that why we use it? But I'm gonna give you guys some information just to show you what she's saying doesn't make any damn sense. First of all, if you want less people on SNAP benefits, that would mean that the economy has to get better. Because if we just took the time to use our big people brain, then we'll realize that if the price of living is increasing and wages remain the same, then more people are gonna need government assistance, which is why reports are saying a stronger economy will equal less people on food stamps. Not to mention that food stamps is just a temporary assistance, meaning that people usually stay between 6 to 24 months. And do you even know the demographic of the people that are on these benefits that the right are complaining about? 34% are children, 33% are the elderly, and 17% are disabled. Not to mention that 50% of people who are on WIC, which is women, infant, and children, have either SNAP, Medicaid, or both.
The same goes to Simple Black Theory on TikTok. His stuff is fire as always. Now there is one prominent figure speaking out.
I don't want to get political, but I am. And this one is not political. It's the SNAP programs around the country, and especially in Wisconsin, because that's where I'm at right now, are going to get delayed. and this is for Republicans and Democrats. We're talking about kids not getting food, and that should never happen. I don't want to hear about people who are cheating the program and all that crap. A 6-year-old, 7-year-old kid is cheating nothing, and we are going to cheat the kids if we don't take care of this. And our Republicans and Democratic senators and in the government have not done their jobs. And so the problem is the kids have to pay, and that's ridiculous, right? I think everyone, there's food banks, there's all kinds of places we can donate money. We should. I can tell you that. I'm telling my players to, I'm asking everyone to, and this should not be a political thing. This should not be about being a Republican or a Democrat right now. This is about our kids. And finally on that, truancy and hunger are the two biggest issues for kids learning in school. Literally. They have proven that a kid can be in the worst area in the world, literally the worst area, but if he can just get to school and eat, he can learn. And so we have to make sure that we feed our kids, and we can drop all the other stuff, figure it out all later, but we got to feed our kids. So this, I hope, you guys get out there and pass that message on.
And that's Milwaukee Bucks head coach Doc Rivers, another prominent figure. Michael Che of Saturday Night Live would write, "This snap freeze is really effed up, and I keep seeing a lot of racist videos celebrating mostly black families not being able to buy groceries. There's this weird idea that since some people have taken advantage of welfare benefits in the hood, nobody should receive help at all. This country is built on greedy MFers taking shortcuts and gaming the system to their benefit. But for some reason, when poor people find a way to turn a nickel into a dime, they're judged more severely, especially black folks. I know the whole hustle is to hate each other so we can fight in the comments and up our engagements. But let's draw the line at feeding the poor. I grew up on free cheese and powdered milk and waiting for your friends to leave the store so they won't see me pay with stamps. That stuff ain't as glamorous as it sounds. I promise." How I felt, as I stated previously, putting all of this together and seeing the folks like Neurodivergent Nate or Right-Wing Nilla or the bigots putting on blackface in order to somehow make a point. Really, though, I must say, on that last one, I think what it shows to me is how desperate they are for attention. They're desperate because they see that white supremacy will allow them room in their spaces just for a limited amount of time. And then they're going to turn against them because being any sort of mindset and having an approach that is pro-women is bad to white supremacy. So even though this is performative, racist, obviously, the chickens will come home to roost on that front. Nonetheless, I must say something that I've seen a few of my mutuals state, that if you see someone in the store grabbing a bagel from the deli aisle, you didn't. If you see someone grabbing a bag of chips, you didn't. If you see someone taking a pre-made MSG-filled, GMO-filled sandwich, you didn't. You didn't see it. And what really crushes me is how over the years, so many conservatives have really gone from saying we are so pro-family, we are so pro-life, and doing the bidding for the billionaire class where they don't have to anymore. They have all of you good little boys and girls, all of you little puppets, going out there and doing propaganda for them. My beef is not with someone who uses an EBT card. My beef is with someone who fundamentally, through campaign donations, put someone in a position where they need an EBT card and making their life miserable, that all of us have to work until we're in the grave just so we can support a roof over our head. That's where my beef is. And that's where your beef should be too. It should not be railing against a mom who's trying to provide. And because of so many different factors, including policy that has been hamstrung against that individual, you should not be going against them. You should be going against the systems that are built to uphold the oligarchs. We really got to start thinking about this differently.